Oharo writes, "Hey, my question for you is how much influence can a director have over his or her actors? I was thinking about the people in previous Batman films. If, for example, Tommy Lee Jones had been cast as Two-Face again, but with Nolan as a director, do you think he could have done a better job?"
Poor Tommy Lee Jones. That was my Eeyore voice. I mean, one of the primary roles of a director is to work with your actors. So a lot of the times on the show, you hear us go, Eddie Redmayne, for example, from Jupiter Ascending. Yeah. We don't fully blame him because the Wachowskis directed him that way. Give us more camp, give us more theatrics, So a lot of it, yes, it could be internalized and digested the way the actor wants. But as a director, and I'm going to you next, Schnepp, you need to get out the tone, and I don't blame Tommy Lee because that actually fit within that Batman universe.
Yes.
That was the camp, that was the madness, and it would have been fascinating to see. I mean, we saw Aaron Eckhart in Nolan, and I wish that didn't end that way because I thought he was so good with a little bit of the Harvey Dent and transitioning to Two-Face. I wanted more Two-Face in his universe, so hopefully they bring it back. There's so many amazing Batman villains, but it is one of the primary responsibilities of the director to work with your actors, and that's why you always hear there are, people who see this vision, who are the directors, and people love working with them. There's other people that scare that scare them, but they create something. You look at, David O. Russell. He had quite the reputation of being this really intense, maniac on set, screaming, blah, 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 and he's definitely toned down, but people still want to work with him because look at all the Oscar performances that came out of it. Yeah, so you have different, and then you have the Terrence Malick approach, where he gives you almost no direction and wants to just see you go. So everyone has a different approach, but yes, it is your responsibility as the director primarily to work with that. Schnepp Isel?
Yeah, I look at it as a director for myself, I look at it as guidance. Like you're like, hey, this is the scene, you're giving them the setup. If you're doing voiceover, you're like, you're on a mountain bike, or like you're in an airplane flying overhead. You're yelling at these people. You're not talking in a mic, you're not whispering. You're yelling at these people who are on horseback riding right next to you or something. You have to just kind of set the scene for the actor. I never read people in. I never tell them the tone. I never give them my version of the take. Read it like this or say it like this. Working live action, it's exactly the same thing. You give them like, hey, you want to start out here, you want to sit there, this is where you want to, you want to raise the, this is where you should be getting pissed right now when this person is saying this because of this, this, and this. You give them their setup, you give them the scenes that happened before, you give them the scenes that are gonna happen, or you don't, you save it. So there's all different things, and especially with casting, I think that Tommy Lee Jones is a perfect example of like, people might have been too afraid to tell him that we can't understand what you're saying, and it's horrible. Like that is my least favorite of any Batman villain's performance. It's horrible. It makes the movie almost unwatchable.
Worse than Mr. Freeze?
Worse than Mr. Freeze, in my opinion.
That's pretty bad, too.
Yeah, because at least Arnold had those horrible one-liners that were never like, freeze, chill, it's an ice age. It was like unending, never-ending, horrible, bad puns. And it's Arnold. Tommy Lee can't understand what he's saying. He's like, I'm angry because I... That's it. It was like, what did you just say, man? You're garbling your lines. You're next to Jim Carrey. What's wrong with you? Why don't you just say something? But no one said, hey, you're ruining this performance. You could say this is Two-Face and then this is Harvey Dent. Give it a little, I don't know. So anyway, I love Tommy Lee Jones too. I think he's an incredible actor. But in that movie, I think he wasn't guided in any way. Or sometimes actors just be like, look, no, I know what I'm doing. You just tell me where the camera is. Those are actors I don't want to work with. Because I think acting and directing and writing, it's a synergy and you all have to be on the same page. We're all making this together. No one's better than anyone else. We're all making this thing for the audience. So, we're making it, well, basically we're telling a story. It could be a short film, it could be a TV show, it could be a movie, but that's what everyone's working together on. Ego's got to go, so.
Leave that ego out.
I agree 110%. I think another thing that we can mention when we're talking about this question, which is a great question, by the way, and so loaded, we could talk about this for an entire show, but a lot of it happens in the editing room too.
Oh, yeah.
And the director has absolute, usually, say, and that's another collaborative aspect of filmmaking is when the editor and the director sit down and actually cut the film. Because we don't know how many takes and how many types of directions an actor went in. The director, like I was thinking about this question, I was thinking about Jamie Dornan in 50 Shades and how he's getting raked over the coals for his performance, but we don't know what Sam Taylor Johnson chose in the editing room. Like, she might have just decided, I'm going to keep him one note, even though on the set, on the day, he might have given her 50 shades of a different line. You know, he might have, sorry, I had to do that. He might have I can't resist a pun when it's in front of me. He basically could have given her a lot more dynamic takes and more different variances in the way he delivered his lines and the way he moved around on his marks. But you know, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, the director is the one that has to be looked at when things fall apart in a film, because they are the ones that are seeing the whole process through. They get the script, they work in pre-production with, you know, producers and set location people and all that stuff, and then they shoot the film, and then they're in the editing room, and then they're working with the sound mix. They're there for the whole process. So when an actor's performance falls down, it's not just on the actor. A lot of it is the director. I'd say more of it is the director.
Yeah, because they're from the beginning. Usually, a director's there from the very beginning. Through the casting process, through the costume design, through the set design, through the actual shoot, which they're there first on set, last to leave. It's a grueling job. Then all the way through post, which is all editing, special effects, looking at shots. I mean, it's a very demanding job. People sometimes forget when you're watching something, there's an entire crew of 30 people behind those actors or more. But I'm just saying, it's like such an invisible artistry, the act of making film or TV or any kind of media. It's not just somebody painting, one person painting. It's like it is a team, but you're right. Usually the director takes a lot of the credit if it's a giant hit, and they take that fall if it's a smashed out bomb.
They do, and it's like we were saying, the company around it, but unless the studio is really involved, which does happen sometimes.
They lock directors out of the editing room sometimes. That's what happens.
And it's BS, but unless that happens, and you know, you really can change it and delay it if you need to get a better picture. So it's good question. Thanks for.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.